Those he predestined, he also called. Those he called, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified. Mar Mathew Makil was the instrument of God selected to be the beacon of light to empower the Knanaya community. Born on March 27, 1851, to Tommen and Anna Makil, young Matthew grew up in a devout household enriched with many vocations. From childhood, he was renowned for his virtues and intellect.
Following his uncle, he decided to pursue priesthood and started priestly formation. Being exceptionally affable and highly skilled, he was ordained a priest on May 30th, 1874. Archbishop Milano, seeing the intellectual competence of Father Matthew, appointed him as professor of Syriac in the seminary he studied. He served as parish priest in Kaipura and Etiquette, captivating the hearts of all parishioners he served. Seeing the proficiency of Father Matthew in linguistics, Monsignor Bernardi appointed him as his secretary in 1886. During the time when 2 independent vicariates were established for Syrians, Bishop Charles Levine, who was appointed as Vicar Apostolic of Kottayam, selected Father Matthew as the Vicar General on behalf of the Southis. This was an epoch for the Knanaya community as Monsignor Mathew Makil celebrated his first pontifical mass at Kadutruti. His dedication to the Knanaya community was most exemplified with his initiative to start a religious order for women in the Knanaya community for women empowerment. With 2 widows and 4 young aspirants, he founded the Visitation congregation in Kaipura on June 24, 1892, the Feast of the Sacred Heart. Through the congregation, many educational portals were opened for women, as he also firmly believed the key to advancement of society was through women empowerment. As demands for local bishops intensified, Bishop Charles Levine was adamant to nominate Monsignor Makil as his first choice, as he believed the characteristics of Monsignor Mathew Makil were most suitable for a bishop, as he was known for his loyalty to the church as well as for his humble and austere nature. Despite being of the minority, Mar Makil was appointed as the first Vicar Apostolic of Changanasheri. Though initially reluctant, he submitted to the will of God with great surrender. On October 25, 1895, he was anointed bishop at the Cathedral of Kandy, along with the bishops of Thrissur and Ernakulam.
During that time, trouble was stirring in Changanasheri due to his identity as a Southist, and he feared that he wouldn't be accepted by his flock. The God who intervenes mysteriously also intervened here. Upon returning, Mar Makil fell ill. Due to his worsening health, he was inhibited from returning to Kerala with the other bishops. He had to be transferred to Madras to pursue further treatment. Regaining his strength, he journeyed to resume his apostolate and was welcomed with great favor by his flock. All the hate and criticism was dissolved by God's providence, as all unanimously accepted Mar Makil as the bishop at Changanasheri. As bishop, he made numerous accomplishments, including publishing the Book of Decrees in 1903, which contained the regulations pertaining to a diocese administration. He also wrote 41 pastoral letters and published a summary of Christian Catechism in 1909. He spoke boldly against heresies and evils of society, including alcoholism and gambling. Bishop Makil was a spiritual father to many priests and religious. He fostered development of many congregations in addition to the Visitation congregation. Though he made no distinctions between Northists and Southists, he recognized the need of a separate diocese for the Southists for their holistic welfare. Accompanied by Father Alexander Chulaparambil and Father Mathew Makil, Mar Makil set sail to Rome. In a private audience with Pope Pius X, Mar Makil presented the memorandum and petitioned for a separate diocese for Southists. The Pope gifted Mar Makil with his white skull cap. Though there were many hurdles, the tireless prayers and hard work of Mar Mathew Makil was successful, as a new diocese for the Southists was approved. On August 29th, Pope Pius X erected a new vicary of Kottayam exclusively for Southists, and Mar Mathew Makil was appointed as the first Vicar Apostolate of this newly born diocese. He said farewell to his flock at Changanasheri, whom he pastored for 15 years, and from the well-furnished bishop's house of Changanasheri Mar Makil humbly moved into the modest residence at Edeka.
He led the Kottayam diocese and worked for the glory of God, uttering constantly his motto, "God is my hope." Amidst great opposition, he stayed true to his faith and never ceased to submit himself to the Sacred Heart, consecrating himself under the mantle of the Mother of God. His generosity was immense, capable enough to turn his worst adversary into a benefactor. He fell sick due to acute pneumonia, and on January 26, 1914, and at the tender age of 63, he passed from this world to the hands of our Savior, whom he tirelessly served. The legacy he left behind touched the hearts of many, as Pope Pius X responded when he came to know the demise of Mar Makil. Mar Mathew Makil died not because he was aged, but out of the heaviness of his saintliness. Sanctity cannot be hidden. The God who lifts the lonely lifted Mar Makil and permitted his fragrance to spread. On January 26, 2009, Mar Makil was declared servant of God by Pope Benedict XVI. Later, Pope Leo XIV declared him as Venerable in 2025. Let us preserve the light of faith, hope, and love of God that Mar Makil's life radiated, and seek his intercession.